The best money lessons I ever learned didn't come from books. They came from my grandma's kitchen table. It was a sunny afternoon, and I was sitting at my grandma's old wooden table, sipping sweet tea and listening to her hum a song from the 1940s. Her kitchen smelled like fresh herbs, and sunlight danced through the lace curtains. On the counter sat a pie she made from scratch, using leftover apples that most people would have thrown away. As a kid, I didn't understand why she reused jars, saved buttons, or cut old towels into cleaning cloths. I thought she was just being old-fashioned. But today, I realized she was living by the smartest money habits I've ever seen, old money habits that quietly taught me to live below my means. Now, those same habits have become the foundation of my own frugal living tips, and even resemble what some call stealth wealth today. In a world full of rising prices, credit card debt, and nonstop online shopping, Grandma's simple ways feel more powerful than ever. She didn't have much, but she made it stretch. And now, I've brought those frugal habits into my own life with a modern twist. Here are the 9 I live by. Back in the 1930s and 1940s, life was tough. People didn't have much money, and they had to make every penny count. Our grandparents grew up during the Great Depression and World War II. They learned how to fix things, grow food, and stretch money because they had no choice. Today, things look different, but not always easier. Prices are rising, and many people feel stressed about money. That's why old habits are making a comeback. Grandma's smart ways of saving are now trending again, with help from apps, technology, and a little creativity. And they still work better than ever. Habit 1. Zero-waste cooking. Grandma never wasted food. If bread got stale, she made bread pudding. If vegetables were about to go bad, she chopped them into soup. Even chicken bones went into a pot to make broth. Nothing was thrown away. Today, I use the same ideas, but with a modern twist. I plan meals ahead, freeze leftovers, and use apps like Too Good to Go to buy discounted food from local stores. I even save veggie scraps in the freezer to make homemade stock. It's easy, healthy, and saves me money every week. Zero-waste cooking means being creative, like turning old bananas into banana bread. It's not just about saving money, it's also about helping the planet. Grandma didn't call it zero waste. She just called it smart. And now, it's one of the best ways I cut my grocery bill and reduce food waste, without feeling like I'm missing out. Habit 2. Mending and upcycling. When I ripped my jeans as a kid, I thought I'd get new ones. But Grandma had other plans. She pulled out her sewing kit and stitched them with colorful thread. Good as new, she smiled. At first I didn't get it, but now I do. Instead of throwing things away, Grandma fixed them. She turned old clothes into aprons, glass jars into storage, and broken chairs into plant stands. That's called upcycling, giving old things a new life. Today, I follow her lead. I've learned to sew buttons, fix zippers, and even dye old clothes to make them look fresh. There are tons of free YouTube videos to help, and local thrift stores are full of great finds waiting to be revived. This habit saves me hundreds every year. Plus, it feels good to fix things instead of tossing them. Mending and upcycling aren't just for saving money, they're about honoring what we have and reducing waste. Habit 3. Cereal batch buying with shared storage. She'd lined big glass jars with flour and rice, proudly declaring, "Buy more, pay less." She was right. Today, I use the same idea, but with a twist. I team up with friends or neighbors to buy large amounts of things like toilet paper, cleaning supplies, or snacks from warehouse stores. Then we split the cost and share the items. It's called batch buying, and it's super smart. To store everything, I use labeled bins, jars, or vacuum-sealed bags so nothing goes to waste. There are even apps now that help people find deals and plan group purchases together. Buying in bulk means fewer trips to the store, lower prices per item, and less packaging waste. It's also great in emergencies. No last-minute shopping needed. This one habit saves me hundreds of dollars a year and gives me peace of mind, just like it did for Grandma. But the money-saving secrets didn't stop in the kitchen. Habit 4. Baking and DIY cleaners. Grandma's house always smelled like fresh bread and lemon. She baked almost everything herself, bread, cookies, even snacks. And her cleaning supplies? Just vinegar, lemon peels, and baking soda. Now, I do the same, and it saves me a lot of money. I bake bread at home for a fraction of the store price. It's fun, healthier, and smells amazing. As for cleaning, I make my own spray with vinegar and orange peels. It works great on kitchen counters and smells fresh. Today, social media is full of DIY recipes for both food and cleaners. You can even make your own laundry soap or all-purpose spray using a few cheap items. These homemade options are cheaper, safer for kids and pets, and better for the environment. Grandma didn't trust fancy brands. She trusted simple ingredients. And now I do too. It's one of the easiest and most satisfying habits I've learned. But her fashion habits? They were way ahead of their time. Habit 5. Flexible fashion planning. Grandma didn't have a huge closet, but she always looked nice. She planned her outfits carefully, mixing and matching a few good pieces for every season. Buy less, wear more, she'd say. Today, this is called a capsule wardrobe, a small collection of clothes that all work well together. I use this idea now. I choose clothes that match, last long, and fit my style. No more buying outfits I wear only once. I also use fashion rental apps for special events and follow fashion planners online who show how to style the same outfit in many ways. It saves money, time, and space. Fast fashion can be tempting, but it adds up fast. By planning ahead and keeping it simple, I avoid impulse buys and always feel put together. Just like Grandma, who knew looking good didn't mean buying more. She didn't have apps or smartphones, but her deal hunting instincts still work today. Habit 6. Thrift tech sessions. Grandma loved a good deal. She shopped at yard sales, flea markets, and thrift stores, always finding useful stuff for cheap. But now I do it from my phone. Thanks to technology, I hold thrift tech sessions at home. I check apps like Facebook Marketplace, OfferUp, and Poshmark to find gently used clothes, furniture, and gadgets at great prices. Sometimes I even get things for free. I also look for refurbished electronics, like laptops or phones, that work like new but cost way less. Sites like Backmarket or Amazon Renewed make it easy and safe. These tools help me save hundreds every year, and I often find better quality than buying new. It's fun, too, like a treasure hunt. Grandma didn't have the internet, but she'd be proud to see how I'm using it to carry on her thrifty ways. You might think these habits are small, but this next one quietly slashed my electric bill without lifting a finger. Habit 7. Energy-saving routines. Grandma didn't waste electricity. She washed clothes on sunny days and dried them outside. At night, she closed curtains to keep the heat in. She called it being smart, not saving energy. Now I follow her lead with a tech upgrade. I use smart plugs to turn off devices when I'm not using them. I switch to LED bulbs and unplug chargers when they're not in use. I also set a timer on my water heater and only run the dishwasher when it's full. These small changes cut my energy bills every month. They also help the environment. Energy saving isn't about being perfect. It's about being mindful, just like Grandma was. Her simple habits, now mixed with modern tools, help me save money without even trying. Money wasn't the only thing Grandma shared. Her real wealth was community. Habit 8. Community knowledge sharing. Back in Grandma's day, neighbors helped each other. They shared garden seeds, recipes, tools, and even skills. If someone knew how to fix a sink or bake bread, they taught others for free. Today, I do the same, but with help from the internet. I join local Facebook groups, attend free workshops, and use websites where people trade skills, like babysitting, tutoring, or fixing things, without using money. This habit builds community and saves cash. I've learned to sew, repair my bike, and even grow herbs at home, all by sharing knowledge. Grandma believed everyone had something useful to offer. Now I see how true that is. Community knowledge sharing is more than just saving money. It's about growing together, just like she always said. And when it came to giving, her gifts were priceless, even when they cost nothing. Habit 9. Intentional gifting. Grandma never gave fancy gifts from big stores. Instead, she made things with love, like homemade jam, knitted scarves, or handwritten cards. Her gifts were simple, personal, and full of meaning. Now I do the same. I create photo books, cook special meals, or write letters instead of buying expensive gifts. Sometimes I gift an experience, like a nature walk, movie night, or a cooking class at home. In a world full of fast shopping and last-minute buys, these thoughtful gifts stand out. They're cheaper, but far more special. People remember how a gift made them feel, not how much it cost. Grandma taught me that the best gifts come from the heart. And in the end, that saves more than just money. It builds deeper connections. Looking back, I see Grandma's frugal habits weren't just about saving money. They were about living with care and intention. Today, I carry those same habits forward with a modern twist. You don't need to be perfect. Just start small, try one this week, and see what changes. Because sometimes, the best money lessons come from those who had the least, but lived the most. If one of her habits spoke to you, give it a try, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more ways to save smart and live rich.